for another check-in. Now, I didn't actually make any trades yesterday, but I'm just so freaking butthurt because of my idiocy yesterday that I missed out on so much opportunity today. Yes, I have a beautiful meditative soundscape playing in the background. That's to bring me back to my center. I like it. It relaxes me. I feel like having it on while I make this video. So, get over it. But anyway, as you know from the last video, I was all upset about my ridiculous trades here yesterday. Basically, buying this breaking news play and not selling when I could have had a profit because I got greedy. Instead, selling after the trade went against me for a loss, only to then revenge trade the confirmation move, which worked out and turned this into a scratch. So I was happy to not lose money per se. It was like only a couple dollars because of the commissions. Not a fan of the commissions. But man, look today. Look today. Look at this. So the rest of the day yesterday, this does pretty much nothing. I don't know why I went to the screen. Does pretty much nothing for the rest of the day. Hanging below VWAP. And this like brief spike into the close, right? And then this action. So it fails VWAP going into the close of the day. And I guess it had this like last minute rise, you could say, right? But I don't buy that. Like I just don't buy that pattern. Gaps up the next day. Kind of does sideways, whatever. I'm not really paying attention to it. And slowly uptrending. All of a sudden, I'm like getting ready to take the dog for a walk because I head out after the first hour's done. I start seeing this action. I'm like, oh my god, this thing's about to run. And I have no day trades left to take advantage. So I had to sit on my hands and watch this go from 6 cents to a high of $16.38, almost 17 cents, I'll call it. Actually, bam, zoom out, it touched 17 cents on the confirmation move. So I'm really upset. And I could have even, you could have even played the VWAP bounce too. That's another thing I like to look for in the later day. And kind of written this from 12 cents up to 13 or whatever. That's like nothing, but whatever. It's a nice little gain. But so I'm butthurt. That's why I got the meditative music playing today. Just trying to get my mind right. But anyway, we also saw big runs from Naked, chilling in the 50 cent range yesterday, spiking in the morning to 74 cents. There's almost 50% on your money. Couldn't play that. Couldn't play LEDS. Opening in the 9s, spiking up to the 18s. VTNR. This was the delayed squeeze from yesterday. Let me pull this up on the bigger chart. I should just go through it like this. Yeah, so this was it's like an acquisition. Let's do the 15. There we go. So this went up on some acquisition news here, and then it was a big short squeeze watch, but it kind of didn't do anything. And then we just had this, delayed action here, then hung around the highs for another pop off in the mid-afternoon. Look at the volume here, it's so insane. Like these, I'm just, like, it is what it is, and I of course had no idea that today was gonna be just ridiculous. I suppose like I could have thought ahead and not taken the revenge trade and just sat at the loss thinking, you know, maybe I make it up and more on Friday because we're going into Memorial Day weekend and, you know, this and that. Shorts wanting to close positions out going into a long weekend and such. But, you know, I didn't think about that at the time, and I took the revenge trade. Sorry, I'm not really good at the zooming in, huh? I took the revenge trade. It still looks crappy. Took the revenge trade for the third time. I thought it would be nice to have, like, you know, a scratch, but now I'm just more upset with myself, and that's okay, I suppose. I'll come back next week for Tuesday. I'll have it all in my mind. I got, you know, of course I'm gonna be watching to see how these charts react the next day, or Tuesday, whatever. Maybe I'll have a day trade left, or available to me by then. I was just like, man, I tell you, the first part of this is like needing to just make trades and gather data so you can find where your edge is. And with this PDT thing, it's just like, it's tough, and I feel like I'm being hesitant on the trades that are the most gimmies. And then when I do take a trade, when I have them available, you know, I get greedy because, like, let's say if I'm playing a VWAP bounce on an intraday move or something, if I did this bounce from 12 to 13, that's an 8% move, and I feel like, you know, I do that with a $500 position. 8% is gonna be like $40, and I'm gonna be greedy, and I'm gonna be like, no, but I want it to be like more, because, you know, if I'm gonna use a day trade, like, that's totally the wrong thinking. I gotta just take the win. But it's just frustrating because then, you know, I take a small win on something like this, and then I miss the big second day move. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating. I suppose it is what it is. You know, I'm not against the idea of having a $25,000 account just to be able to make more trades in the morning, or to even just to sometimes my thesis is right but my timing was wrong, specifically on like panic dip buys. You know, there's been a lot of fake bottoms recently, so I just don't want to touch them. Like, I'm gonna waste a day trade being wrong on a panic dip buy? No, thank you. I don't like it. So, again, why I want to focus on first green day OTC runners, ideally with news and a nice clean chart, uptrending chart. That's what I want. That's what I want. But anyway, you know, realistically, even with work and shit, like, I think it's gonna take me a while to even be able to save up enough money to have a $25,000 account. We'll see. I'm not against it. I don't know that I would add to this account, like, trickle it in every paycheck. I feel like I might just lump sum it, so just like move it into a savings or something until it hits 25k, and then just transfer it in all at once. That way, I don't run the risk of, okay, well, I put in $3,000 more in my account this week, and upping my position size, right? And all of a sudden be like, well, I'm gonna take $1,000 trade and whatever, because that's the thing that bit me on whatever ticker it was in the last video. Well, all of a sudden I was like, I think it was a VWAP test after when it falls underneath VWAP, and you kind of like, you might enter on the uptrend and then exit on the break, on the pop of the break, or if it becomes apparent that it's not going to break, you exit and you still have a small profit. I was trying that at one point. I don't know why, but I saw something like that and I was like, oh, let me just throw half my account into it, and the trade went against me very briefly. Or what happened was when it started to fail, it was in a consolidation zone, and like sometimes when those fail, they just drop 15% in like a second. That's what happened, and then I cut the loss, but it was like $180 loss or something. It was really annoying, and now I made a couple good trades, so I'm basically like just above break even. But man, I don't know. If you're watching this, comment and say if you think it's a better idea to wait until you have $25,000 and deposit it into the trading account all at once so you can take more trades, or if it's better to dribble it in and build it up. Now, I suppose the smart thing you could do is, if I put the money in as I earn it, but then just be really disciplined about not taking bigger position sizes and just keeping the $500 position size. Even that, I mean, like I know you ideally want to risk a small percentage of your portfolio, but if I'm thinking like $2,000, especially with if I'm doing OTC things, like, again, the commissions though. So it's like you have to take a $500 position at least. So that way, if you have a good gain, a 5, 10, 15+% gain, it's like, okay, well, at least the commissions aren't eating you alive. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see what I decide to do. In the meantime, I guess I'm just gonna keep my eye out for these overnights to try and grow this account. I think maybe what I'll do is not trickle it in. That way I just don't even have the temptation. Although, like, if you're really tempted, I mean, instant deposits, I can go put 5K in and have it show up on my tradable balance immediately. So it's like, I guess it's not that much of a barrier, but whatever, for discipline. And we'll see where this continues to go. That's it for today. No trades, just wanted to rant a little bit. I think we covered all of the good moves. Mosey had a good move here. I know some people were playing GGI. This was a good, if you caught this low from 2 to 4, like that's a double on your money in a day. Another thing I was sad I couldn't play. AVVH was another big mover. I don't know why this goes immediately to 2. If I do this on here and I set this to 2 and then I click, I'm sure this module is like linked to the, I don't know how to change that though. Whatever, I'll look into it later. but this is kind of convenient and cool. So AVVH, big moves. ATIG, kind of just hanging around. What else? SBSF, SBFM. This was one. Here's a successful gap up I did. Small gain on this from the 2, 3, 4s to I think I sold somewhere in the middle of this candle, in like the 3s. Man. So yeah, that's about it. I don't think there's much else going on. ITRM, pretty interesting. A little consolidation move. Oh man. And I saw some of these, but I just didn't want, like this one I didn't want to hold overnight because like look at this, like I don't know, that's just not a good candlestick pattern. It's very like shows indecision. It's nice that it's still closed green, but that's a very indecisive candle. We might come on Tuesday for a gap down here, or a huge continuation move. This volume is freaking insane. So ITRM is definitely going to be a top watch. I don't know that I'll play it though. Maybe it's like a bounce. Like look at this, kind of topped out to like right around this last little spike zone. So I don't know that it's got more legs. I don't know that it's got more legs than this, but it's got the volume. So whatever, if it retests the highs, like that might be a good tradable opportunity, but something I'm gonna keep my eye out on. Look at this eyes. This is such massive. Some of these, like I don't like when the chart's just kind of messy. Like I would never have done Mosey too either, just because. Oh, this was a nice. I don't even know why I had that line drawn as a general resistance point. Whatever. Okay. I think it's time to close the video out. Thanks for watching. I'll be back on Tuesday with another video. Look at this. This was nice. This is something to keep on watch. I feel like this is something I should be doing every day. Probably. At least like the back ends of these charts are so gross. GVSI. GVSI is still hanging around here. Huh. I wonder what it's gonna do. It's kind of like, is this a triple bottom support now on GVSI? You could have played and then it only closed a little higher. This might be a Green Day candidate too. This is just right back here on the lows. This is another one I had a good, I played the gap. This is a reversal day. That one's gonna be something to keep an eye on too. I guess they do say, like Tim does say, keep an eye on former runners. So it's like, okay. In addition to doing all the pre-market prep and trying to find like the fresh top percent gainers that show up, like also should be keeping track of the ones that were gaining before. I've seen plenty of GGI trades. What is happening here? PDSB from the 4.7s to Jesus. On what? Daily bud. Is this FDA approvals? Damn, that's crazy. But that's like crazy overextended. Like I wouldn't dare long that. Oh, what? Yo, someone tell me why the price chart goes negative. What? Why is that? That was crazy. Woo! That 5-year chart. Oh my god. What happened here? instant cliff dive. In what, April of 2018? Huh, I wonder what happened there. That is crazy though. Alright, so in this massive overextension, where are we? Okay. So if this holds, if this like 10, 9 something holds, I would think it would be good for like some continued spiking. But then like look at this though. Right over here, like this was a, this lines up exactly. This what area is this $10 mark? Of course it's a whole dollar. This $10 mark is going to be super important. Oh. Why is it? I thought it was saying it closed there, so it's in the 12s now? Huh. So it's like up here. So then your next point of resistance would be like in the 13s during this little like consolidation period. Alright. We're gonna watch it. But like look at the volumes kind of keeps going down too. Alright, I really gotta go. Sorry that this has just been somewhat of a rabbit hole. I appreciate anyone that actually watched this. I hope you got something out of it. Or just had fun making fun of me. Because I'm a total noob. But I'm trying. I am determined to learn this skill. Alright, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.